playoffs have arrived as we kick it off with Game 1 in the East, right here on EA Sports. We're at Wells Fargo Center, where tonight the Philadelphia 76ers taking on the Miami Heat. Seated next to Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Sixers coming into play. They're rested. They're ready to go. And they'll have home court advantage to begin here in Games 1 and 2.
And I'll tell you what, I am looking forward to this series right here. This is going to be a dogfight. We got a couple of teams that match up very well. I can see this one going to length. Yes, 7 games. That's how even these teams are.
There it is, John Wall. Missed his first, that one goes. What do you see in John Wall's game, Jay, that sets him apart?
That he could probably finish with his left hand better than he could finish with his right. I remember watching him in high school. He was jumping off his right foot and dunking the ball lefty as if it was that easy. He can do it with both hands, which makes him way more efficient around the rim.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2. It's the Heat with the possession. Butler. Joel Embiid pins it.
Don't stare him down like that afterwards.
Knocked loose. And this will be out of bounds off of Butler. And he's fouled. He's going to the line for 2.
There's a fine line between being active and being a detriment. You don't want to keep giving up extra possessions.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. Hasn't missed yet. And he connects on the first free throw. Able to convert on both free throws. Butler to bring it up. Just getting going here in Game 1. Nothing going here on that drive. Here comes the screen. Oh, highlight moves. Tough to do with the defender all over you. Old school. Backs his man down for the basket.
You feel that? I see the confidence building.
Sixers have the basketball. To Richardson. Nice pass to set things up.
Great job using that shoulder to create contact with the defender without hesitation.
Into the front court. It's Wall. They trail by 2. Here comes the screen. Butler. Leaving no doubt. Slams it down. Good luck keeping up with that.
Did you see that jump? It was as quick as a pogo stick.
Driving is Simmons, but his shot no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
Harris. Waiters to Wall. Butler to Wall. Goes to the left side. Butler not going down here. To Simmons. Can't connect from inside. Wall with it up top. He'll run the offense. Waiters to Butler. Nothing going here on that drive. Butler. Joel Embiid snatching it out of the air.
Sent a message on that one, Ed.
And he's fouled. Very close. Free throws coming up.
You see this all the time. The defensive players establishing his presence on the court and also checking to see how far the refs are going to let him go.
First free throw is good. No back-to-back free throws here. He missed the second. Count it. No and one. There was some contact there.
Did you see the way that dribble freed him up? It created so much space. I did, but the defender didn't.
Waiters to Wall. Nothing going here on that drive. Here's Wall for two. Gets a look. Can't hit. Burke with it. His team up by one. Cruises inside for two.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
Now the Heat going to use a timeout as they'll discuss matters in what's now a three-point game. New blood coming in for both sides. Wall to Butler. Wall to Waiters. Shot clock for the Heat down to 3. Josh Richardson rejects it.
This game is all about playing mind tricks on people. The offense is more worried about getting their shot blocked than they are about actually making the shot.
Wall. Waiters. Sixers with the rebound. Simmons with it. Leads 3. To Horford. Count the basket inside.
Leadership's greatest values occur in between the lines and not necessarily in the box score. And that's the type of leader that Al Horford is. He's the first all-star free agent to choose Boston in decades. And let me tell you this, the legacy of greatness runs deep in the family. His father, Tito Horford, was the first Dominican basketball player to ever play in the league, which goes to show you why Al has such a great feel for the game.
John Wall at the line for a chance at a three-point play. For his career, 78% at the line. Free throw good as he finishes off the three-point play. They're back within a bucket. Oh, Ben Simmons. First couple didn't go. That one is true.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Here comes the screen. Butler to Wall. Lets it fly from long range. Misfires. It's no good. Simmons with it. Looking to make something happen. Finishing inside the paint on that one.
That's a good run right here to end the first quarter to open up that lead. If you're the coach of this team, you have to like the effort your guys are giving us.
Off the assist. Deep three at the buzzer. We've reached the end of the first quarter here in Game 1. Jay and I are back after this. It's the NBA playoffs on EA Sports. Time to turn the page after a close first quarter. Jay, what stood out?
And when both teams are playing at this level, continues to reaffirm that I was excited to watch both of these teams play this entire week. It's been a solid game so far, but this has a chance to be a great one down the stretch.
Opposing coach is going to counter, make some changes of his own. Ed Cohen, Jay Williams with you as we get things started here in the second quarter. And he's fouled. Very close, Jay. Free throws coming up.
Aggressive play there, but you can't fault the defender for being up in the shooter. You need to contest shots, each and every one of them.
And hits the first free throw. And he makes them both. Miami's got it. To Dragic. To Butler. Doesn't have the touch. No good.
And you hate to say this, but this is the reality of the matter. Sometimes it takes guys a little while to warm up into the game.
And a putback slam.
Woo, that's nasty right there.
Dragic with it. Margins 8. To Butler. Wall. To Butler. Beyond the arc for 3. Rebound Horford. In the front court comes Simmons. We're a minute into the second quarter. Joel Embiid. Short jumper off the mark. Butler into the front court. Down 8. Stuffs it down with authority. He took it out on the rim that time.
Oh, there's no better feeling than after throwing that one down, hanging on the rim a little bit, looking at your opponent beneath you, making him recognize that's where you'll be the entire ball game.
Simmons to Embiid. Joel Embiid. That's 3 now on 4 shots.
And sometimes less is more. Keeping it simple is the best way.
To Wall. And counted at the rim.
As my mother would say to the defender, A for effort, F for results.
Simmons into the front court. Up by 6. Has a chance. Shot by Simmons won't fall.
And this is where you know you have the offense right where you want them. Every possession, all you see them doing is complaining to the ref, complaining to each other. You're making the game uncomfortable. That's the mark of a good defense.
To Butler. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. That no good. Off the mark. Myers Leonard. Huge block. And a chance coming up at the line.
And the reality is that good jump shooters know how to get those calls. Overall, though, there's less flopping in the game, which is great. But there's something uncanny about certain players' abilities to get those calls on a regular basis.
Goes 2 for 2 at the line. He'd have the basketball. A bad pass as the Sixers come up with the steal.
Come on, let's dig in. Let's really build this lead.
Runner here won't go down. Joel Embiid sends it away. That's his 3rd block this evening.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Here's Simmons with it up top. His team on top by 8. Myers Leonard with a piece.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
And he's fouled. A trip to the line coming up.
I don't know about that one, Ed. I always thought your hand was part of the ball.
Dion Waiters. He's got 2 shots coming. A career 70% free throw shooter. Knocks down the first. Two for 2 on that trip. Simmons driving, but his shot no good. Waiters to Wall. Butler. Richardson. Rebound taken by Wall. A drive down the lane, but the shot won't go down.
It's easy for the offense to get agitated when you keep turning around and the defense is right there in your face. The jawing is only going to escalate.
It's the Heat with the possession. Joel Embiid sends it away. 4th this contest. Heat recovered. Joel Embiid able to recover with the block. Ooh, 5 now. Horford.
Here's one of the biggest secrets as we move into this new age of basketball, especially in the draft room. You have to draft players with size and length. That's the biggest deterrent for any team offensively.
There it is, John Wall. Now 4 for 9.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Simmons to Embiid. Perfect feed to set up the basket.
Well, they have such great flow to their offense this evening. The ball isn't sticking to one player individually. It's moving around the perimeter, and it's zipping. They're playing with a special cohesiveness.
Cleans it up. Cleared out by Embiid. Deep 3 at the buzzer. It's halftime here in Game 1. Let's get you to our NBA Live studios in Orlando and hand it over to Jalen Rose for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
It's time for the Rose Report at halftime, and it's brought to you by EA Sports. The 76ers were the dominant team in that first half, without question. It was their playmaking, the way they gave each other scoring opportunities. That really impresses me. I love seeing unselfish basketball like that. These are the guys getting buckets for the Philadelphia 76ers. The Heat have yet to appear after one half of basketball. The way they struggle doesn't bode well for them at all. But if they got some fight in them, we'll know right away in the third quarter. Have a look at the leading scorers for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Blocks.
The Philadelphia 76ers came to play today, and the opposition knows it. All these blocks are more than just rejections. They're statements.
Player of the half.
Joel Embiid showed off his timing and athleticism with a lot of blocks. The defense he put on display requires the kind of effort that fans love to see from their team.
Who was cold?
Every player that makes it to the NBA is a great athlete, but even the best players have off nights. Today has just been one of those nights for this guy. Here we go with the top 3 plays from the first half.
Number 2. Number 1.
And with that, I'm sending it back to Ed and Jay to bring you the rest of the game.
Simmons with it. It's a 9-point lead. Miami with the basketball. A drive down the lane, but the shot stays out. Jimmy Butler with the block.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
Wall into the front court. His guys down by 9. Ben Simmons tips it.
Just erasing mistakes left and right.
There it is, John Wall. He's 5 for 10, shooting 50%.
All right, you got the first bucket of the second half. Now get a stop, because honestly, that's where your troubles were in the first.
Simmons to the basket, but his shot stays out.
And Ed, that's what you see this defense doing. They're capitalizing on the momentum gained from getting a multitude of stops defensively.
Simmons with it, up 5. He gets it.
As a rookie last year, Ben Simmons averaged 16 points a game and posted 12 triple-doubles, the second most by any rookie in NBA history. Or was last year really his rookie year? We can debate that one later.
Couple of cracks at the line now.
And as a defender, you cannot, I repeat, you cannot foul in the act of upward motion into your shot. Your timing needs to be better.
First one goes down. No good on the second. It's a 1 of 2 trip to Simmons. Missed it. How'd that not go down?
Just the thought of coming into the lane amongst the trees, that shot was altered before he even took it.
Shot from the lane won't go. Richardson to Simmons. Cleans the offensive glass. Josh Richardson. Tough shooting. Only 2 for 6 after that make.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
And count the basket.
That's a strong finish. Regardless of contact, finishing strong is key.
Philadelphia with the basketball. Driving is Simmons, but a shot no good.
That's superb defense. That's a defense getting there from the weak side early and making the player short on the shot.
Butler to bring it up. His club's staring up at an 8-point deficit. Wall. To Butler. To Waiters. Here comes the screen. Just not going down.
The contest was good, but you being a nuisance was great. Continue to be that gnat that no matter how many times you swing at it, it never goes away.
Simmons to Richardson. Here's a chance from long range, and he stays cold from deep as he misses another one. It's no good. It's a big finish. Now a whistle and a timeout for Philadelphia as their coaching staff wants to talk things over here in this third quarter. Some lineup changes now for both clubs. let it go. To Wall. Short jumper stays out.
You know, Ed, everybody gives so much credit to the guy who contested the shot, but there's no way he's in that position without the communication of the backbone of the defense. When you have a guy back there who can block shots and tells you to apply more pressure, you know you're in a safe place.
Into the front court comes Wall. Looking to make something happen. The jumper's off the mark. Embiid to Richardson. For three. That's good D. Shot no good.
Just because you're an elite shooter doesn't mean you need to shoot the ball every possession. Maybe give a head fake, crack into the defender, get to the free throw line, see the ball go in the hole.
Tobias Harris swats it. Sixers control it. Josh Richardson, he engulfed him that time. Wall across the timeline. They can get a 2-for-1 if they hurry. Butler to Waiters. Screen coming. Trying to cash in. Dion Waiters. Oh, 3 for 8. He's got to do better.
Oh, don't see the read. Be the read.
No good, but 2 shots coming up for Joel Embiid.
This drives me nuts when I see fouls like that being called in a close game. Sometimes you just got to let them play, ref.
First try at the line, no good. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. Just inside the arc, at the buzzer. That's rebounded by Philadelphia. 3 quarters complete. The 76ers have the lead. So the Heat will have it to start this 4th and final quarter. And I think the best way to describe where they stand right now is they're down, but they're not out.
It's a game we used to play in the league all the time. It's called a series of stops. That means get 3 stops in a row. Each game is a game within the game. You get 3 stops in a row, and then another 3 stops in a row, you're right back in this ballgame.
Count it, and the foul. He's going to the line for a free throw.
He should get some kind of acting award. That's a great sell by the offensive player. But guess what? The refs bit, and that's the game.
Jimmy Butler trying to cash in on the 3-point play. A career 83% free throw shooter. Free throw is good to finish off the 3-point play. That slices the lead down to 4.
Match up.
Shifting gears, here come some substitutions. And he's fouled. Earns a trip to the foul line, Jay.
All right, that was a little bit of a gamble there, but not a terrible move sending him to the free throw line.
Ben Simmons at the line for 2 shots. He's perfect from the line so far. First one, count it. second one off the mark. He goes 1 for 2. It's the Heat with the possession. Goran Dragic. Better late than never. That was his first shot, and it goes down.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Into the front court comes Simmons. Up by 3. And stuffs it home.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
Dragic with the basketball. He'll run the offense to Butler. Here comes the screen. Joel Embiid pins it. Incredible. 6 tonight.
You know, sometimes basketball can become a very beautiful thing to watch. During the regular season, things can get difficult. Energy can be low. The passion at times can even be lower because players are tired. They're fatigued. But today, it's all been good. They're putting in an absolute show with killer efficiency and tremendous effort and intensity.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Tobias Harris. Coach has seen enough. He wants some changes. New personnel onto the floor. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
The offense has very little to lose on those type of plays if they know they can, number 1, create contact, and number 2, still get the ball up. You need to assert yourself fully on the defensive end by initiating the contact and not allowing the offensive player to get that ball above his waist.
Kelly Olynyk at the line for a chance at a 3-point play. Shoots it at 75% for his career. And he missed the free throw. Simmons into the front court. His team up by 1. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
The defender was actually in a good position there. They even made a decent play on the ball. But sometimes those bounces go the other way. Still, stay aggressive out there.
Ben Simmons trying to cash in on a 3-point play. At the line, he's shooting 87%. Simmons converts the 3-point play. The Sixers increase the lead. Into the front court, it's Wall. His guys trail now by 4. To Butler. Here comes the screen. Butler. That's rebounded by Embiid. To Simmons. Gets it to go. Could have been more. A lot of contact, but no foul.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Wall. To Butler. Off the mark. He's made those before, but that was well defended.
The most important thing a shooter can do is continue to shoot. The defense is always going to give great effort, but it's more of your psyche that goes into the next shot that will limit you on whether you make the shot or not.
Butler. Has a look. Can't connect. Horford to Tobias Harris. No good. Miami's got it. In a flash. Scores at the rim.
I see this happen all the time. It used to happen to me. Sometimes an easy offense allows more effort to translate to the defensive end.
Butler into the front court. Down 4. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
Jimmy Butler at the line for a chance at a three-point play. Hasn't missed yet. Free throw up and good. Three-point play. Gets them back to within a point. To the basket is Butler, but he can't finish. On the follow. Way to stay with it.
Did you see that change of direction mid-flight? And also the English he utilized to spin the ball off the rim? That was a thing of beauty.
Not done yet. Nice touch around the basket with the tip.
I remember my high school coach said one man can't beat five. Well, I'm telling you right now, he lied. I'm watching it happen in person.
To Butler. The screen sets him up for two.
Man, he's got the defender out there tap dancing like that on national TV. That's not a good sign.
And he's going to the free throw line.
I've seen it happen so many times. Small things like that foul can end up becoming a momentum changer. Let's see how this one plays out.
Ben Simmons, a couple of free throws on the way. Tonight, he's shooting 88% from the line. Misses the first. And he's able to hit the second after missing that first one. He'd have the basketball. Wall to Butler. Sizing up the defense. Butler to Wall. 5 to shoot for Miami. Short jumper won't go down. Richardson. Oh, the Heat right there to take it away. It goes down.
Strong finish. That's what you need, regardless of contact, focusing on the rim.
Sixers call for time. They trail by 2. And the question, do they look for the tie in overtime? Or do they go for it all with a 3? Gets to the basket and scores. We get a whistle and a timeout here for Miami as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. Deep 3 at the buzzer. Tobias Harris is going to get a chance at 3 here. A career 81% free throw shooter. And he connects on the first free throw. That one won't go. One more to come. Now the Heat going to use a timeout. It's their second and final one of the last 3 minutes. They cannot stop the clock again. the Sixers are victorious. They've jumped down front 1-0 in this best-of-7 series. For my partner, Jay Williams, and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
Here we go with the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The 76ers edged out a close victory in today's game. No one should be surprised that we're highlighting all of the shots that were blocked in this contest. It's just amazing how one swat can fire up a team, and even their coach. The Heat finished on the losing end of a close score.
And even though they shot so well from the field, I bet they're only thinking about the shots they missed. This was a tough game to lose.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Miami Heat.
Game track. Assists.
You can tell both of these teams feel very comfortable in their offensive systems. There was plenty of great playmaking in this contest.
Player of the game.
Joel Embiid really impressed me with the way he redirected shots. Watching him block shots was only slightly more fun than watching how his teammates were reacting to them.
Who was cold?
This isn't the segment you want to be in, of course, but even the best players find their way into this part of the show.
We got our top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
And that does it for our post-game wrap-up. On behalf of ESPN on EA Sports, I'm Jalen Rose. Thanks for joining us.